Good evening, my lovely warriors. Welcome to JEE Enlite, and you are watching the second mock test for your JEE Mains preparation. I hope you guys are all ready because just like last time, I have handpicked and we have some quality questions right now over here, which I'm going to give it to you. And also there is a special surprise for you guys for free, and I'll let you know about that towards the end of the class. So I hope you guys are ready, and if you are there, make sure you mark your attendance in the chat box right now. So welcome to the JEE mock test, the most expected questions. So these are questions which are very good level questions and which can come in the JEE exam, maybe not directly of course, but maybe indirectly. And the concepts that you're going to learn from these questions are very important. So those of you who do not know me, my name is Shreyas. I'm the physics master teacher, and I'm very happy and proud to teach thousands and thousands of students, and I'm very happy so many students are right now in IITs thanks to all the students' hard work, and I'm glad that I have mentored all these students. And if you want to know more about me, you can check me out on Instagram. Alright, so let's begin with the class. I hope you guys can see me and hear me loud and clear. Alright, so let's begin. Yes, FoodX, we are going to have our complete revision as well in the days to come. So let's begin. Okay, so thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. The reason why you should like as well as subscribe is because that's the only way you are going to get all the important notification updates, and not just that, all the videos playlists are going to be there and YouTube will recommend it. Okay, and yes, on the Telegram channel I'll be uploading the PDF of the mock test as well. So let's begin. Here is the first question on your screen. Hi Janet, hi Vignesh, hi Bharadwaj, good evening guys. Welcome aboard. Usually I take my class at 7. Today I'm taking it at 6 o'clock. Let's start. A body covers 26, 28, 30, 32 meters in the 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th second respectively. The body starts from rest, with initial velocity, uniform velocity, uniform acceleration, uniform velocity. Interesting question. Hi Bharadwaj. Good evening warriors. Make sure that you are already a member of the channel. That's the only way I think you will be able to chat and also mark your answers during the mock test. Shinchan saying see, Siswa Jerome saying hello bacha. So first of all, I think we should use the nth second displacement formula. If you remember, the displacement in the nth second is given by u plus a divided by 2 into 2n minus 1. So let's try it out for few values so that we understand what is the value of u and what is the value of a. So let's say we take 10th second. At 10th second the displacement is 26. So 26 will be equal to u plus acceleration I do not know divided by 2. N is 10. So 2 into 10 is 20. 20 minus 1 is nothing but 19. Similarly, let's take some other value and see what do we get. Maybe 28 meters at 11th second. So this is nothing but 28 is equal to u plus again a by 2, but this time n is 11. 11 2s are 22. 22 minus 1 is nothing but 21. All right. Now what you need to do next, let's probably solve them together and see what do you get. Just subtract them probably. So 28 minus 26, u minus u is 0. So this will be nothing but a by 2 common. 21 minus 19. Now 28 minus 26 is 2. 21 minus 19 is also 2. So I'll get 1 is equal to a by 2. Rather, acceleration is 2 meters per second square. Interesting. So acceleration is there. Velocity is definitely not uniform. So moving with uniform velocity, wrong. Moving with uniform velocity is also wrong over here. So it should be between B and C. Now all you need to do is substitute this acceleration in any one of these equations. You will land up with the answer. So let's say I use this equation. So 26 is equal to u plus acceleration is 2 divided by 2 into 19. 2 by 2 is 1. So u is nothing but 26 minus 19, which is nothing but 7 meters per second. So clearly it has not started from rest. So it starts from rest is obviously wrong. It starts with initial velocity and moves with uniform acceleration. Hence option C is correct. By the way, what is the use of other values? It's just there to confuse you. It is called as redundant data. Redundant means it is unnecessary. It is more than what is required to solve the problem. But yep, even if you try it for 30 or 32 with the values 12 and 13 respectively, you will still see the acceleration will come out to be 2, velocity will come out to be 7. It's just there, no use. You can cross check it, but in the exam you do not have time, so don't waste time cross checking the results. And that's how it works. Moving on to the next question. Lovely question, isn't it? Many students can make many mistakes. You can definitely get a wrong answer if you do even a small mistake in understanding. Very good, Kolte. Very good, Janet. Excellente. Excellente. Hi, Harish, MT. Welcome aboard. How about this question? Beautiful question on relative motion and 2D. Raindrops are falling vertically downwards, making 30 degrees with y direction towards negative x. The man moving with a speed of 10 horizontally along positive x, he feels that the raindrops are hitting him at 60 degrees from the vertical. Then calculate the speed of the raindrops with respect to the man. Beautiful geometrical question. Let's try to draw the diagram first. Raindrops are falling vertically downwards 30 degrees with negative y. Negative y is down. But remember, when I go down, okay, 30 degrees I can make it here also. I can make 30 degrees here also. So which of them will be correct? Which of them will be correct? Read the question carefully. Towards negative x. So if this is negative y, obviously this is minus x. So this is the correct one, this is the wrong one. That's how I chose the direction. Everybody clear? Okay. So let's draw the raindrops falling at like this, falling at 30 degrees with the negative y. So this is your negative y, and this angle of course is 30 degrees, and this is your VR vector, the velocity of the rain. Now the man is going in positive x with a speed of 10. So he's going, I think this should not have been meters per second, this should have been kilometers per hour. Ignore that. So I think there is a unit mismatch, but it's okay. We are just interested in the values. So the man's velocity is positive x, and he is moving with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. 10 kilometers per hour. Now, if you remember, the equation for velocity of the rain with respect to man, you will remember that velocity of rain with respect to man is velocity of the rain minus the velocity of the man. It's the negative of the velocity of the man. So I know the velocity of the man is this way. So the negative velocity will be obviously exactly this way. So this is minus Vm, but magnitude wise, it is still going to be 10 kilometers per hour. Magnitude wise, it's still going to be 10. Just taking this and making it negative. Why? Because you need to do vector subtraction. Whenever you do vector subtraction, you take the negative vector and add it with the previous vector. Everybody remembers this? Good evening, John in Bhargav. Missed already one question, second question going on. Now, what is VRM vector? VR vector plus the minus Vm vector. So hence, this would be the, okay, so I'm just drawing it like this probably. So this is nothing but your VRM vector. Velocity of the rain with respect to man. According to the question, he feels the raindrops are hitting him at an angle of 60 degrees from vertical. 60 degrees from vertical. So he feels that this angle is 60 degrees as per him. That's what he feels. The question is, what is this value? What is the speed of the raindrop with respect to the man? Question is, what is this speed? I think it's a purely geometrical based question. What I will realize is that if this is 30, this is 60, how much is this angle? If this is 30, this is 60, obviously this is also 30 degrees. This is also 30 degrees. Everybody agrees? Okay. Now look at this big triangle. Look at the big triangle. This is 90 degrees. This is 60. Naturally, this should be also 30 degrees. Everybody with me on this? Perfect. Now if this is 30, this is 30. This has become an isosceles triangle. That means this side is equal to this side. Everybody with me on this? So the velocity of the rain, I've just got it now as 10. If this is 10, this is also 10. With me on this? Perfecto. Okay, last part. Hello Khushi, hi Tusap. Last part, I just have to find the green part. So what I do is drop a perpendicular. Just drop a perpendicular on this. Just drop a perpendicular. So VRM will be this plus this. VRM will be this plus this. Basically it is this 2 times because it's an isosceles triangle. This side will be equal to this side. These two are same. So can I not say VRM is basically twice of this side, and this will be this guy's cos 30 component. VM's cos 30. So it is VM's cos 30 component. So it is 2 times of VM is nothing but 10. Cos 30 is nothing but root 3 by 2. 2 cancels and I'll be left with 10 root 3 kilometers per hour. Ignore the units. I think there is a printing mistake, but otherwise the answer is 10 root 3 kilometers per hour. That's it. Can we take the components of VRM also? Yep, you can take the components of VRM. You can split it and then also do it. Yep, that is also possible. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Definitely. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Awesome. So, what is the beauty of this question is that it is completely based on geometry. The physics part just ends over here, where once you draw VR, once you draw VM, and once you realize that VRM is making 60 degrees, that's it. The geometrical part begins. Physics part ends. You should just know this equation. It's completely geometry because I know this side, I know this angle, I get all the other angles, it is isosceles. So this side is nothing but twice of the, each one of these parts. That's all. Yeah, more of geometry. Awesome, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Cool. Will I do the same expected questions for 2023 batch? Yes, Naresh, definitely next year. Venkat, I'm not sure whether I'll be doing that. I will have my own ways of doing things. So let's not compare. Okay, Venkat? But there will be something definitely coming up for you guys. I can assure you on that. In fact, there is something already planned for you on Saturday. Okay? No Tamilian SD, I don't think so. Don't believe rumors. Hi, Shyam. A ball is dropped from some height on a floor. Coefficient is E of restitution. The total distance by the ball before the second hit. Before the second hit. Let's try to visualize. First of all, when you drop the ball from here, it falls by a height of h and it hits the ground with a speed of, let's say, u. This is that ground. Then it rebounds, okay, but with a different speed, of course. The speed will be slightly less with, let's say, speed of v, and then it goes up, but maybe some different height, only till here, and it comes back over here. Now, this is where it hits the second time. This was the first hit. This is the second hit. So basically what they have asked is find the distance traveled by the ball before the second hit. This is your second hit. Keep this in mind. So hence the total distance will be h plus, think about it, h plus h1 plus h1. Distance is being asked, not displacement. So this distance plus this distance plus this distance. So hence plus twice of h1. Twice of h1. Now if you notice the options only has h as well as e. That's all. Correct? Okay. Now I need to convert h1 into h. How do I do that? Well, think formulas. When you drop a ball from some height, the speed with which it hits, speed of impact, the speed with which it impacts the ground is given by a root of 2gh. Okay, u is this much. How much is v? V will be e times of u because coefficient of restitution is given. So according to the coefficient of restitution formula, I can find that the velocity will be e times of u. E is the ratio, so speed of separation by speed of approach. So e is v by u, so hence v will be e times. It will be slightly less. E is always a number less than 1. Keep that in mind. So hence it will be e times of root of 2gh. Last thing, this h1, I know the formula for 1D projectile motion. The maximum height is nothing but velocity square by 2g. Hence this square will be e square into 2gh by 2g. That means it will be e square into h. That's it. I think we should start substituting it. So it will be 2 times of e square h, of course, and this is h as it is. So hence h is common, and it will be 1 plus 2e square, which is option B. Who was the first one? Nick N. Excellent, guys. Hi, Sai. Awesome, Venkat. Don't worry, I'll be doing something different only for you. I'll be always there with you. Don't worry, Venkatar. I am not going to let you down. When am I going to start for a new batch of JEE in YT? Khushi, I'm not going to start a long-term series. I'll be doing problem-solving series, one-shot series, or basically a revision kind of series, recap, or basically concept-wise series. Not exactly a long-term series, because already the long-term series is done. It's beautiful. I will do something which will help you beyond that. If I do the same thing, it is a waste. It's wasting my time and no use. Already those videos are there. So instead, I will be doing something additional to that. Okay, bacha? Awesome, Bhargav. Very good. Okay. So option B is correct, like you can see. Concepts used are 1D projectile and the collision concept of restitution. And rest is simple addition, subtraction, that's it. Okay. Awesome, guys. Hi Nani, hi Rajnandini, nice to see you guys over here too. Some of the students from different channels also, from the other channel where I talk in Hindi. Okay guys, so a solid sphere, and I always forget about this. A solid sphere starts rolling down an inclined plane of inclination 30. The speed of its center when it has covered 1 meter distance is how much? Let's draw it, then we'll get an idea. So this is a solid sphere, this is the inclined plane, and it has traveled basically some distance. So after traveling that distance, what is the velocity is the question. This is basically 1 meter. So the way to solve this is probably using kinematic equation, because if I know what is the acceleration below, I can use final velocity square is initial velocity square plus 2as formula. So final velocity square, initial speed is 0, acceleration I do not know, into the displacement. I can use that to find the speed at the end of it. Okay, so do I know the acceleration? Yep, there is a formula for acceleration which I have told you, you should know it by heart. And the formula for acceleration is g sine theta upon 1 plus moment of inertia by mr square. Standard formula for any rolling body down an inclined plane. G is 10, sine of 30 will come because the angle of inclination is 30 degrees. So just go down, and 1 plus moment of inertia is 2 by 5 because it's a solid sphere, right? It's a solid sphere. So 2 by 5 mr square. So even if the mass and the radius is not given, don't worry, it's anyways going to get cancelled out. This 5 goes on the top, by the way. So it will be 5 times 10 into sine 30. So 10 into half, that's what it's going to be. And 5 plus 2 is nothing but 7. So 10 by 2 is 5, 5 5 is 25, 25 by 7, of course. This is 25 by 7, but meters per second square. Use that acceleration over here. So that is nothing but 25 by 7. Last part is the distance. The distance traveled is 1 meter. So into 1. That's it. Job is done. So this answer will be 25 into 2 is 50. So 50 by 7 is v square. Therefore, speed is nothing but root of 50 by 7. Now, I know you have the answers in decimals. So you have to think logically. Don't sit and calculate. No need of calculation. 50 by 7. 7 sevens are 49, guys. So won't 50 by 7 be 7 point something? 7 point something, correct? Root of 7 point something. Root of 7 point something will be obviously less than root of 9 is 3. So it will be less than 3. And 7 point something is more than 4. So it has to be more than 2. But 7 point something is more close to 3. The root of that is very close to 3 than 2, because 7 point something is very close to 9. Very close to 9. Think about it. Hence it will be option C, as simple as that. No, it can't be more than 3. See, D option gets eliminated, A option gets eliminated, because it has to be more than 2. Root of 7 has to be more than 2 because root 4 is 2, root 9 is 3. So it has to be between 2 and 3, but it won't be 2.02. It won't be 2.02. Hence, it has to be close to 3, which is 2.67. Hi, Puneet Rajkumar. Nice to see you, Bacha. Looks like you're a very die-hard fan of the great Puneet Sir. Awesome actor and a very good social worker too. Namaskar, Ishan. Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Hi, MD. Nice to see you. Hi, Draw and Draw. I think you had posted sometime back. I probably missed it. Watching my old video helps me to understand the concept more clearly. That's the whole point. Very good, Kushi. Keep it up. I'm so glad some of you actually go and see the old videos because that is very important apart from the live videos. Hi, Kishore. Okay, so let's move on to the next one coming up on your screen, guys. A small body of mass m falls on the earth from infinite distance away. What is the velocity on reaching the earth? Radius is given, gravity on the surface is g. Beautiful question. Hi, Sujay. Oh my god, happens, Bhargav. So you realize your mistake, don't repeat it again. Okay, awesome, awesome. Keep showing your daily targets, Ishan, so that others also get motivated. And I'm so happy that you are reaching your targets. Keep doing this. Very good, Bacha. Very good. Small body of mass m falls on the earth from a large distance. Now, you know, I'm going to use a very special principle that if you throw a body and it has to reach infinity, then with what speed will you throw? Obviously, you will throw it with escape speed. Now, the principle that I'm going to use is called as reversibility principle. Meaning, if you do some action and something happens after that, if you reverse the time, the same things will happen in reverse order. If you rewind the time, it's like playing a video in reverse. So when I throw a body with escape velocity, it will slowly go far away, far away, far away, far away, reach infinite distance and stop. If I take a body from infinity and leave it, it will come close, 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 accelerate and hit the earth. Aren't these two scenarios exact reverse of each other? Aren't these two scenarios exact reverse of each other? Exactly. Reversibility principle brings back memories from ray optics, but not many people use reversibility in mechanics. But when I teach my students in the Vedantu courses, pro courses, or even the offline students where I have been teaching, I have always given them more than what is required, and reversibility principle is also applicable in mechanics, but in terms of time. So you can reverse time and play the exact same thing as if it were happening in reality. So if you leave something from rest over here, because after reaching infinity it comes to a halt, it will hit the earth with the escape speed. It's just reversibility principle. Reversibility of time. Okay, of time. That's what I have used over here. Very important concept. Hence, the speed will be nothing but escape speed, which is nothing but root of 2gr. That's a standard formula for escape velocity. You can also write it as root of 2g capital M by r, right? That's the other way, but this is not small g, this is universal gravitational constant. Okay, yes, option D it is. Very good, Rathar Saab. Awesome. Hello, Prithvi Wicks. Inverse of each other. Yes, Hariharan, that's the same reversibility principle of ray optics as well. If you see, if the ray goes this way, if you reverse time, the ray will appear to come that way. It's in a way the same thing, roughly. Okay, moving on. Next question. Wow, we have a question on fluid mechanics now. Guys, these questions are very, very crucial conceptual questions. Every question will end up teaching you something. And if you have not yet liked the video, do that because that's your Guru Dakshina for watching this video. Moving on. A capillary tube taken from Earth to the surface. The rise of the liquid column on the moon, if the gravity on Earth is 6 times, moon's gravity is 1/6, Earth's gravity is 6 times, and atmospheric pressure is 50 times of moon. That is what is given. No, you're not too late. You have missed a couple of questions, Bharti, but it's okay. Join in live. Watch the remaining parts later on, but watch whatever is happening right now live. All the students who are joining in a little late. It's okay. Moving on, guys. See, there is a formula for height rise. The height rise formula is 2s cos theta by rho g r. In this formula, there is no place for the pressure, atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure has no role to play in capillarity rise. Alright, it anyways gets cancelled out. That means surface tension won't change, angle of contact won't change, rho, which is the liquid, hasn't changed. is the same tube, so R did not change. So what has changed? G has changed. So if you have gone from Earth to the moon, from Earth to moon, G has become 1/6. G has become 1/6. So that 6 goes on the top. That 6 goes on the top. So this height will become how many times? 6 times. So the height will become 6 times. Good evening, Uma. Nice to see you back after a long time. Yep, option A. So what is the use of this atmospheric pressure? Useless data. It has just been given to confuse you. And many students will think, oh, 50 is there here, 50/6 should be the answer, option D. But no, it is not even relevant to the question. It's useless. So this is how JEE examiners are going to play with your mind. Moving on to the next one. Acha, this is a beautiful question on here, heat transfer. A cylinder of certain radius made of certain material, conductivity K1, surrounded by another shell of radius R and outer radius 2R and thermal conductivity K2. The two ends are combined system and are maintained at different temperatures. No loss of heat from the sides. Okay. Steady state is also there. What is the effective thermal conductivity? It's a beautiful question. There is no direct formula. You have to go from the basics. Let's start by drawing the diagram first. So this is your thermal conductivity. This is the inner material. Okay. I'm just going to, oh, I don't think I need to show that. Maybe. Okay. And this is the outer surface. This is the outer surface. Okay. So I'm just going to shade it differently. This is the outer surface like this. And this is that cylindrical rod. All right. Okay, I'm just going to show you so that you visualize. And inside of this, you have that inner cylinder. Okay, this inner cylinder is there inside of this. This is how it is. So this has a thermal conductivity K1 and radius R. The outer one has a thermal conductivity K2 and outer radius 3R. Good. Now this side, left hand side, is, let's say, maintained at a different temperature from this side. So basically there is a temperature difference of delta T. This is the temperature difference, and let's say the length of this is L. This is the length of that rod. So heat goes in and comes out from that side. But when the heat goes, it splits in both the cylinders. Heat splits in both the cylinders. So guys, you guys only tell me, is this a combination in series or in parallel? Is this a combination of a heat transfer in series or in parallel? Come on, I want to see what you guys think about it. Heat comes in from this side. Think about it. Heat is coming in. Heat is coming in from this side. Heat is going in from this side. Heat goes in, and obviously heat comes out from this side. Heat goes out from this side. Come on guys. Yes, it is perfectly parallel because the heat distributes in this part and the remaining part, just like in current. Current distributes in resistors. Here heat is getting distributed in two of those conductive elements. So if it is in parallel, I can think of it this way. The net heat is nothing but the heat rate flowing in, this is a dot, the dot represents, it's the rate, it's a derivative basically, dq by dt, heat flowing through the inner one plus the heat flowing through the outer one. Both their rates will get added up. So let's write down what each one of them is, starting with Q1 first. Q1 is nothing but the heat flowing through the small tube, the small cylinder inside. The formula is K1. Area of that yellow part will be nothing but pi r square into delta t by the length L. That's it. K A delta t by delta x. That's the formula. Next, for the green part, that is this shaded part. Oh, by the way, what is the area of that shaded part? what is the area of the shaded part? It will be the big area minus the small area. So it will be pi into 3r whole square minus pi r square. 3 square is 9, 9 minus 1 is 8. So it will be 8 pi r square. So I need that area when I substitute it over here. So plus k is obviously k2 into 8 pi r square into delta t by L, of course. Now on the LHS, in the LHS what you're going to do is, think of this like one uniform cylinder of conductivity K. It's not made of two materials. So for that, the Q net will be K effective, this is your K effective, into area is going to be pi into 3r whole square into delta T by L. So it's the whole area as if the entire heat is flowing through the complete area and same temperature and same length. Now you can see pi, r square, L, delta T will cancel. Now from here 3 square is 9, so it will become K effective multiplied by 9 is equal to, what is this over here? Just check. I think K1 is remaining, pi is gone, r square is gone, delta T is gone, L is also gone. So only K1 is there from here, and from this side what is remaining? K2 is there, I think only 8 is there, everything else has got cancelled. So hence I'm just going to get the value of K effective. So K effective is nothing but K1 plus 8 times of K2, the whole thing 9 comes below divided by 9. That's all. So it is option C, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps solution. But the analysis over here is very important. I'll just put a border over here so that you do not get confused. Okay. Yeah. So this analysis which we did over here is very important. Without this analysis, without finding the areas, without understanding, oh, it's in parallel, without understanding how the diagram looks like, it would be very difficult. These kind of questions are again common. You can have a square cross section also. Here this is cylinder. Think if it was square, only the value of the area will change. That's all. Moving on to the next one. I think it's on KTG thermo gas laws combined. The volume of an ideal gas is V and pressure P, temperature T, mass of each molecule, not molecular weight. Molecule is M. The density will be K is Boltzmann constant. Beautiful question. Let's see how many of you are good with manipulating the formulas. Very good. If you have completed the entire JEE Main syllabus, all the best. You should aim for close to 300 marks. Awesome, guys. Come on. Come on. Think about it. How are you going to do this question? Achha, it's an ideal gas. For an ideal gas, we know we can use PV is equal to nRT, or I can start with P into molecular weight is equal to rho, which is density, into RT. Achha, I want to find density, so I'm going to stick with the second formula. Actually, this comes from this only. This comes from this only. You should know the standard result. So therefore, density will be Pm by R into T. Interesting. Now molecular weight. Molecular weight can be written down as, I can write it as mass of each molecule. Molecular weight is the mass per mole. That is for Avogadro number of molecules. So if small m represents each molecule's mass, if I multiply it by the Avogadro's number, I'm going to get the entire molecular weight per mole. And this whole thing divided by R, well, I think, okay, I know what to do next, maybe RT. Oh, how about bringing that Na below? So my problem gets solved, I guess. So therefore, rho will be equal to P small m, and then I will have R, and I will also have Na into T. Why did I do this? Because I know R by Na is your Boltzmann constant. So it will be Pm by K into T. So do I have it? Pm by KT, option B it is. Very good. Who was that? Balamurgan, very good. Nick N, Janet, Bharati, Sri Krishna. My God. Kudos, guys. Excellent. Very good. Keep it up. You guys are really quick in manipulations. Proud to see all your answers in the chat box. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Next question again coming up. Okay, this is on thermodynamics and maybe again KTG. So 1 mole of an ideal gas adiabatically compressed so that the temperature changes from 27 to 35. Change in internal energy of the gas is how much? R is also given. Now remember, whenever change in internal energy is asked, internal energy is a state function. Internal energy is a state function. It does not depend on the path. Path means which process? Adiabatic, isothermal, isochoric, isobaric, does not matter. So whether it is adiabatic, this has no use at all. Adiabatic, isothermal, no use. All you need to remember is internal energy is NCV delta T. That is the formula. Number of moles is 1. CV value I do not know. Okay, how do I find CV? CV is R upon gamma minus 1. R is R, gamma is 1.4 minus 1. So it is R by 0.4. So 0.4 is 4 by 10, which is 2 by 5. So it will be 5R by 2. So instead of CV, you can just put it as 5R by 2. And the change in temperature, should I convert it into Kelvin? Yes or no? Should I convert it into Kelvin? Yes or no? Come on, think about it. Obviously not, because delta T, difference is asked. So the difference in temperature in Celsius or Kelvin is going to be same. So you can just write it as 35 minus 27, of course. Now you just have to substitute the values. So 5 into R is nothing but 8.3, the whole thing divided by 2, 35 minus 27. Yep, so this is going to be 8. This will go 4 times. So this will be nothing but 4 5s are 20. So 2 into 83, which is 166 joules, of course. That's the answer. Awesome. Option B. There you go. Option B it is, of course. Very good, Anisha. Karthi, tomorrow I have a big marathon on NEET Made AG channel, so that's why I might not be taking a live class, but I'm planning something interesting. I'll see if I could record something. I have some things in mind which I want to give for all the students. I'll try to solve something or give you something as a recorded form by tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll try. Okay, because I'm already on the 4th lecture today, and you can see probably or hear my voice. If you know my teachings or if you have heard me before, it's already gone right now, and I'll try my best. Okay. The charges Q1 and Q2 lie inside and outside respectively of a closed surface. Let E be the field and phi be the flux. Which of the following is wrong? On NEET Made AG it will be at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Yes, my marathon. Thank you, INF Edit, so much. Nice to see you back, by the way. Okay. So let's try this out. Q1 and Q2 are inside and outside of a surface. So this is our surface. So this is our surface. And Q1 and Q2 are the charges inside and outside. So Q1 is the charge here and Q2 is the charge outside. Q2 is the charge outside. Now, as per the Gauss's law, the net flux is nothing but inside charge. So what is the Gauss's law? The net flux is basically always the inside charge. It's always the net inside charge by epsilon naught. So inside charge over here is Q1 by epsilon naught. So this is the flux of the entire closed surface. But when you write this flux and you write integral E vector dot dA vector, this field is because of both. This is because of both in as well as out, both of the charges. Keep this in mind. If you remember that, this is going to be a very easy problem. The question here says which of the following is wrong? Wrong. So first of all, if Q1 changes, that means inside charge changes, obviously the field will change and the flux will also change. Flux will change if Q1 changes and E will also change. Correct. Definitely correct. A option is correct. The question says which is wrong. Be careful. Q2 changes. A lot of you will not read it. You will mark option A because you will see, it is correct. No need to check B, C, D. That's why read questions carefully. These are the kind of mistakes you will do and you will regret. You will get negative marks also. Once you get -1 marks, you will feel very bad. You could have easily got +4. So it's a difference of 5 marks. When you lose a marks, it's a difference of 5 marks. If outside charge changes, electric field obviously will change because outside charge changes, field will also change. But flux will not change. Yes, because the flux only depends on the inside charge. That is definitely correct. If inside charge is 0 and outside charge is not 0, then electric field is there. Obviously, if outside charge is there, electric field is still going to be there. But flux will be 0 because inside charge is 0. Definitely correct. And now, if these three are correct, obviously last option should be wrong. But still, if inside charge is there, that means it is not 0. Outside there is no charge, then electric field is 0? Wrong. This is definitely wrong. And flux is not 0? Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. But as a statement, this is wrong. So option D is wrong. Option D it is. There you say. Very good, Rohit. Hello, MK. Very good, Anisha. Okay, finally you guys got it. Sriram, Shrikant. Oh, no, Shrikant got the wrong answer. Janet, very good. Okay, so beautiful question. Many students go wrong because of the wrong, and you need to know in and out of Gauss's law. This is how conceptual theoretical questions can come in JEE. This is conceptual theoretical. You should know the theory. You should know in and out the Gauss's law theorem. That means the concepts. There is no calculation as such. Effective capacitance, standard question. This is standard question. Let's try to see. Find effective capacitance, effective resistance of a circuit. Okay, of the arrangement shown here. Oh, interesting. Looks scary, but it is not. Now, I'll ask you to remember certain forms, and I had given this to you even in Pathfinder or even the previous series and all of that. This is a standard form actually, if you notice. So whenever you have something over here, then okay, 1 second guys. If you have something here, like this, something here, like this, something here, okay, this kind of diagram. Okay, I think this is fair enough. Oh, sorry guys, I think I made a mistake over here. Sorry, not like this. I'll draw it again. So if you have a diagram like this, okay, and you have something over here, and it comes out like this, something over here, and then something over here as well. This kind of circuit, if you have, this could be resistor. The dots can be resistor or capacitor. It could be resistor or capacitor, does not matter. This is actually a Wheatstone. This is actually a Wheatstone. Believe me, this part comes in the middle. Observe. Actually, it is this, and this comes over here in the middle, like this. This comes over here, this comes over here, like this and like this. So this is actually a Wheatstone, and then you can get rid of this part over here. I feel the same thing is also there over here. Notice this part and this part is looking very, very similar, at least till here. And do you see this 1 and 1 microfarad? Do you see this 1 and 1 microfarad? There is a wire here between them and a wire here between them. What are those two 1 microfarad resistors in? The two 1 microfarads are in parallel. The two 1 microfarads are in parallel. So if you realize that, you can easily make the equivalent circuit. The equivalent circuit will look like this. First, look at only this much part. This much part will be nothing but a capacitor here. There will be a capacitor here. There will be a capacitor here. Okay. There will be also a capacitor here. This is also like this. This is a Wheatstone. This much part. And this much part over here. These two capacitors are obviously in parallel. That's it. Now the next part, you can get rid of this one. That capacitor in between, that is this 5 microfarad capacitor. Ignore that. This is completely useless. Ignore that. So these two are in series. These two are in series. So what is this? This is 2. This is 2. This is 2. This is 2. 2 and 2 in series. So 2 and 2 in series, it will not become 4. It will become 1. Do not forget, it's capacitor. This 2 and 2 in series, that will also become 1. That's it. Now this capacitors are 1 and 1. this is 1, this is 1, 1 and 1 in parallel, they will add, so it will just become 2. Now this one and this one are also in parallel, so they will again add to just become 2, and then you have this 2 in series with it. So their effective combination 2 and 2 will obviously be 1. That's it. Option B it is. Very good. See, I had to explain you all of this because this was a standard form. If you know it, I won't waste time explaining this. Then I would directly start by drawing the equivalent circuit. This is parallel, and then I can do it mentally also, but you should know how it has to be done. You should solve these standard problems. Very important. That's how you save time in the exam, because you have done the standard problems. This is a combination of standard problems. That's it. You will do it very quickly. Got it? Awesome. Very good. Moving on. Next question. The magnetic moment of a coil of n turns is maximum for a given length of wire carrying current if the value of n, how many turns should be there so that the magnetic moment is maximum? So imagine you have a coil having n number of turns. It produces its magnetic moment. It produces its magnetic moment like this, and the magnetic moment is given by number of turns into current into area. So how many number of turns should be there so that the magnetic moment is maximum? A option? Well, be careful about it. Read the question again carefully. You will see, is maximum for a given length of the wire. There is a given length of the wire. That wire, the wire has a given length, and that has been converted into the coil. That means this coil, which will have certain radius, I can say 2 pi r is the circumference, n times 2 pi r, 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 n turns are there, so into n will be the length of the wire. That means the radius will be L divided by 2 pi n, of course. Now why do I need that? Well, I think I need to substitute the value of area. So this is number of turns into current, and area is nothing but pi r square. So this will be n into I into pi into radius square. Radius, take it from here. It will be L square by 4 into pi square into n square. Now if you notice over here, everything else will cancel out, like pi, one of them will get cancelled, current will be there, L square will be there, n also got cancelled, 4 is there, pi is there, and 1 n is there. So this is your magnetic moment. You can see n is there in the denominator. N is there in the denominator, and m is over here. If you want to increase it because you want to make it maximum, obviously n should be as low as possible. The lowest value of the turns is 1. Hence answer is D. Hence answer is D. You want to increase magnetic moment, you will decrease the number of turns. It's very counterintuitive. You feel that you should have more turns so that the turns will increase the moment, but it is exactly the opposite over here. Reason is the wire's length is given fixed. Actually, when you increase the turns, the magnetic moment increases because you have unlimited supply of wire. But if you have a limited supply of wire, then when the same length you turn it around, you will see the radius will shrink, the area will shrink. That's why you can see the magnetic moment will go down if you increase the turns. That's why it's a brilliant question. It's against the intuition. You feel that the option correct should be A, but actually it is D. Moving on to the next one, coming up on your screen. Shall we move ahead, guys? Yeah, loving these questions, and if you're loving it, you know what to do. Go ahead, smash the like button, and yes, hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss the next mock test and a lot of surprises coming on your way before your JEE Mains examination, first attempt for the year 2022. Okay, so let's see what is this question. There is a conducting wheel. 4 rods are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, length L as shown in the figure, rotating with angular velocity omega. The induced potential difference between the center and the rim. Okay, I'll tell you what. Each rod, when you rotate it, there is a EMF generated across the ends, and that EMF generated is B omega L square by 2. Now these 4 rods rotating is similar to there is one battery there is one battery here, there is another battery here, there is another battery here, and there is another battery here. Okay, this is your center, obviously, and this is your circumference. Now, you guys only tell me, if I take a wire from here, if I take a wire from here, between these 2 points, what will be the effective EMF? Will it be E plus E plus E plus E, or will it be E by 4, or will it be E? Come on, my warriors. These batteries, 1, 2, 3, 4, are they in series, parallel? Think, and accordingly, let me know what's their EMF between the center and the circumference effectively. 4E, E, or E by 4? Obviously, all of them are in parallel, and when they are in parallel, the EMFs remain the same, only the current increases. So the effective EMF is still going to be E. Hence, you are going to see that this value which you have got will be the effective EMF. Hence, it will be B omega L square by 2, which is option D, of course. These options are just there to confuse you. Okay, it's not going to be 0, it's going to be in parallel. Because if you think about this circuit, it's actually speaking this circuit, this battery, this battery, this battery, and this battery. That's all. That's what this is. One of them is the center, this is the center, and this is the circumference. This is how the batteries are technically. All their potential differences are same. Okay? Thank you, Ankita. I became fat and you became thin. Very good. Kudos. What a discussion we are having. So we have come here to discuss mock test, and we are also discussing who has become fat. Thank you for reminding me. I'll definitely join a weight loss program, and you can definitely tell me your gym membership or your probably diet program. I'll definitely follow your diet program, Ankita, and I'm pretty sure within few days I will lose weight, and maybe I might also disappear. Who knows? Okay, moving on. If the focal length of objective and eye lens and objective and eye lens are 1.2 and 3 centimeters, and the object is put this many centimeters away from the objective lens, the final image is formed at infinity. The magnifying power of the microscope is? No, it is not E by 4, Ashwin. No. When in parallel, right, EMFs don't get divided. It is just E only. Remember that formula, E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3. Okay, so just use that. You will get it. Okay, all the EMFs are same. Okay, so what do we do? Magnifying power of a microscope. The magnifying power of a microscope, do you know the formula? The formula is magnifying power of the objective into the magnifying power of the eyepiece. This is the formula. That's all. Okay, so what do we do now? Magnifying power of the objective lens. Objective lens magnifying power is nothing but VO by UO. Image distance of the objective upon object distance of the objective. This is one thing. The next thing, the magnifying power of the eyepiece. Remember, this behaves like a simple microscope. Simple microscope. That's how a basic compound microscope works. There is an objective lens and an eyepiece lens. The eyepiece lens always behaves like a magnifying glass or a simple microscope, and the magnifying power for a simple microscope when the image is formed at infinity, is D by F. This is of the eyepiece. D by F. It will be 1 plus D by F if the image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision. As simple as that. Now let's try to find out each of these terms. Then my job will be done. Okay, so V objective I do not know, so I'll use lens formula. Let's use lens formula and see what do you get. So lens formula, if I use 1 by VO minus 1 by UO is equal to 1 by FO. So therefore 1 by VO minus 1 by, what is it? Object distance is minus 1.25 is equal to objective focal length is 1.2. So 1.2. So therefore 1 by VO is equal to minus minus plus goes on the other side, becomes minus again. So it will be 1 by 1.25. Take LCM. So it will be 1.2 into 1.25. 1.25 minus 1.2 is 0.05. So the objective length is 1.2 into 1.25 divided by 0.05. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So let's try to find this out. Let's just try to find this out. So objective image distance is 1.2 into 1.25 divided by 0.05. Object distance is given to be 1.25. So 1.25 over here. 1.25 cancels. So this will become 1.2 by 0.05. So I can just write it as 120 divided by 5, which I can just write it as probably 24. This is just 24. And this one over here, this least distance of distinct vision is 25. Focal length of the eyepiece is 3. Okay, I just need to multiply both of them. So guys, come on, we need to multiply both of them. So what will the answer be? Check this out. Okay, check this out. It will be this 24 multiplied by 25 by 3. 3 goes with 24, 8 times. 25 into 8 is 200. So answer will be 200. That's the answer, guys. Very good. Very good, Srikant. So many of you got 200. Awesome if you got 200. Proud of you. Okay. If the resistance of the wheel is given, then use the formula, Ganesh Prabhu. E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 plus E4 by R4 upon 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4. Standard parallel formula. I hope, Ganesh, that is clear. Oh, no problem, Ankita. Okay, awesome. Oh, very good, Janet. I'm so happy if the same question was there, and I hope you got it over there. Good evening, Kavya Reddy Naula. All right, moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Last few questions remaining. Come on, let's do this. A string of length this much, mass this much, tightly clamped at the two ends. Tension is also given. Identical wave pulses are produced at one end at equal intervals. The max value of time which allows constructive interference of the pulses are. Imagine this is one end. This is your string. This is another end. So just imagine you generate a pulse over here. You generate a pulse over here. This pulse travels like this. And what happens? It gets reflected. So it becomes like this, and it comes like this. It comes like this. It becomes inverted and comes like this. Again, it gets reflected and becomes like this. It gets reflected and again becomes like this, and keeps on traveling. The exact moment when it comes back and is getting reflected, if at the same time I generate the next pulse over here, then what will happen? These two will add constructively. Now this will go here, come back, and exact moment when it is getting reflected back, I generate a new pulse over it. Those three pulses will go together and come back. So the idea is, when I generate a pulse, I leave some time for it to come back, and when it is reflecting again at the same point of generation, if I generate the next pulse, they both will add onto each other constructively and they will propagate. This process will continue. Agree? Agree? Yes, I'm taking my 11th standard JEE batch this year in English medium. Definitely. Yeah, please join it. If you are a part of, not a part of Vedantu Pro, make sure you're a part of Vedantu Pro. If you are already in it, I'm pretty sure you're already learning with the best faculties. Okay, so how to do this now? So basically the time interval is the time taken to go there and come back. The time taken to go there and come back. So time is distance by speed. Distance is 2 times of length. Speed is v. Now v is nothing but root of tension by mu. Okay, so mu goes on the top, so it will become root of 2L. Tension is there below. Mu is mass per unit length, so m by L will come over here. Now root L will cancel, so it will become root of L m by the tension. Now it's just a matter of substituting all the values, so let's do that. 2 times of length. Length is 0.4. Okay, so 0.4 into mass. Mass of the wire is 10 to the power minus 2. The whole thing divided by tension. 1.6 newtons. So 1.6, I believe. Okay. So what can I do? I can write it as 0.4. I can write it as 4, and this I can write it as 16. So this will become 4 by 16. And root of 10 to the power minus 2 is 10 to the power minus 1. Bring it outside the square root. This becomes 4. Root of 4 is 2, 2 and 2 cancels. So hence it will just be 10 to the power minus 1 seconds. That's the answer. Where is it? Option B, of course. Yep, you can see that. Very good, guys. AI Live, Vijay. I'm taking the AI Live batch so that I can reach maximum students. And you know, the advantage of AI Live is whenever you join, you will always find me. So no student will be deprived of all the favorite teachers that you always wanted to study from. Okay? Content is same. Books are the same. Tests are the same. So what else you want? Okay? But yes, if you want a live class, go ahead. But AI Live batch is very similar to a live class, except that whenever I teach, that is recorded, but I keep in mind that, okay, I have to teach this way. I know these are the doubts you will be asking. So there is a specific way in which the class is conducted so that, you know, you get to know everything. But it is not a recording, let me tell you. All the quizzes, polls, hotspots, everything are live. Class teacher is also present and he is also or she is also live. Okay, awesome. Moving on to the next one. The impedance of a RL circuit is given as a square plus b square is z square. Dimensions of A into B is interesting. First of all, notice z square is a square plus b square. So can I say the dimensions of z, a and b all are same? Because only when dimensions are same you can add and subtract. That's the rule of homogeneity. So one thing is clear, dimensions of z is same as dimensions of a is same as dimensions of b. That's very obvious. Okay, so a into b, so the dimensions of a into b is the same as dimensions of a or z or anything else. It's all the same thing. Dimensions of z, and I can square it. Is that making sense? Vishesh, after the first mock test, definitely. After the first attempt of JEE Mains, I'll definitely do it. Don't worry, Vijay. Vipul sir is an amazing teacher. I know him very well because he's in my team. He's going to teach you very well. I know he's very patient, he's very jolly and very friendly also. And not just that, he takes the class very smoothly. So please be there in that batch. You will enjoy Vipul sir's classes. Hi, Sandhya. Okay, Ishan already saying option B is correct. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Z means impedance. Impedance means resistance. So this will be same as resistance. Resistance square. Now resistance is nothing but voltage. Voltage. V is IR. So R is V by I. So voltage by current. Voltage by current square. Voltage, I don't like it. Voltage is field per unit length. Voltage is field per unit length. So I can just write it as electric field, okay, per unit. Oh, sorry. Voltage is not field per unit length. Field is volts per meter. So it is field into the length. So the field into the length. Field into the length. Think about it. Because E is dV by dr. dV is E dr. So it is field into length dimension. So current will come over here as follows. This is square. Field is nothing but force, okay, and this is length as it is. Force per unit charge, and this is current as it is. Okay, now charge is not the SI unit. Charge is actually the derived unit. So you have to convert it into current because current is the fundamental unit. So convert it into current. So first of all, what is force? Force is mass into acceleration, and this is obviously length, this whole thing square, and charge is current into time. So current into time into current will become current square into time. This is what I got. Now substitute everything. The dimension of mass is m, so m raised to 1. Acceleration is meter per second square into length is L raised to 1. The whole thing divided by current is ampere square, and time, so T raised to 1. So this whole thing square, of course. So just solve this first of all. So this will become m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 3, and a raised to minus 2 whole square. So square this, m raised to 2, l raised to 4, t raised to minus 6, a raised to minus 4. Squaring, you're going to get option B. Oh guys, is the admit card out? I'm not sure, Ankit. Did the admit card just come out or what? Yeah. Yeah, you can do that also, Ishan. You are looking at dimensions of m. Oh, that's a smart move, Ishan. Very good. Okay, that's a smart move. You just looked at the dimensions of mass. This is very smart move, guys. Look at this. You just looked at the dimensions of mass. You didn't bother only about other things. There is only one option where the dimension of mass is squared. You see m1 square. So that way you can directly mark it. Oh, advance intimation of the date and this thing has come. Okay, the admit card has not yet come. All right. That is fine. Okay. That I know. A date and this thing is out, but the official admit card is not yet out. Okay. So 26, 27, 29. Nobody is getting 23 or anything, right? 23, 24. Accordingly, we need to plan our schedule. That's the reason why I'm asking. Awesome. Oh, that's why, Ishan, I was wondering how come you got so quickly. Maybe I thought, okay, Ishan would have solved this question before. That's why you got it. Okay. So wooden block with a coin placed on the top of it floats in water as shown. The distance of this is L and this is whole thing is H. Okay. And the question is, if now you take the coin and hang it here, then without touching the base, then what will happen? Okay. So let me show the diagram once more. Okay, this is the block, but now the coin is hung over here, and this is your water level. This is your new water level. Okay, this is probably H1 in the new situation, and this one is basically your L1 in the new situation. So the question is, compare the height and the length. Very brilliant question. Oh, some of your friends got 24. Okay, nobody has got 23, I guess, till now. Okay, so that means I need to plan things from most likely 24th for your paper discussion especially. Okay, see, if this coin falls inside of this, obviously this block will go up. Something was here. It falls down. Now even that coin will displace some water. Earlier what was happening is the weight of the coin plus weight of the block was basically volume submerged into rho into G, volume submerged into rho into, sorry, not H, my bad. Sorry, this H was not needed. So volume submerged into rho into G, and this volume submerged was only this much part. Now what will happen in this case is that the weight of the coin plus the weight of the block together will be volume submerged into rho into G. Okay, and oh my god, why am I writing H? Okay, so volume submerged into rho into G, and this volume submerged will be this part and this part. So the volume submerged has been shared between this block and this. Obviously LHS is same. Do you guys agree that LHS is obviously equal? They both are equal. So RHS should be equal. RHS should also be equal. That means volume submerged also should be equal. That means this volume shaded and this volume shaded should be equal. So obviously if these two volumes are equal, here this part will be less because some of the volume has gone over here. So this length will reduce. This length will reduce. So L1 will obviously be less than the original length. The length will reduce. Everybody agrees? Everybody agrees with that? Got it? Last part. Whether the coin was on the top or whether it is below, the buoyant force is the same because the weight is same. So buoyant force is the same because this is equal. That means even this and this is equal. If they are equal, that means displaced fluid is same. Displaced, how much fluid has been overthrown, displaced, replaced is same. That means this height of the liquid in that container should not change. It should not change. So hence this height h1 will be equal to the previous height. If the displaced fluid is different, then the height will change. That's all. It's pure logic. Think about it again and again. Answer is A. L decreases, H remains the same. It's a beautiful question. Believe me, many of the best students also make conceptual errors here. It's not an easy thing. Even after the class, rewind the same question again and again and watch it. Convince yourself that you have understood it. No problem, Krishna. Stay with me for the next 1.5 months. I'll make you a 0 to superhero and we are going to work on JEE Advanced. JEE Mains is not our ultimate aim. Kavya, you nailed it, bacha. I'm planning a sure shot on Saturday. How about this? Now, there is a free gift for all of you in the description box. Look at this. If you're watching this video right now, there is a free gift for you in the description box. This has your main mock test right over here. You can give all the mock test papers, okay, free of cost. This is one mock test that you're going to get, and you will get awesome report cards, results, and prediction of what you are going to do. How is it going to be, whether you are prepared or not. So this mock test is very important. Make sure you click on start test and give it in a timed manner. Sit for yes, don't cheat. Okay, so do that. Now there is also a live crash course which is available for all of you. I know many of you are thinking, why are you talking about crash course? JEE is next week. Don't forget there is a second attempt, and don't feel that I am trying to tell you that you will have to work on the second attempt also now. Obviously, irrespective of how well you do, even if you get 99 percentile, you are not going to be happy. You will feel like doing better. If you get 90 percentile, you will think that I might get 95. No student will feel that I have got good marks in the first attempt. Because of which, if you do not give the second attempt well, that means you will automatically go behind if you feel satisfied. So there will be a lot of competition for the second attempt, and the preparation has to begin from now itself. Don't think I'll wait for my first attempt, sir, at least the exam, let it get over. No, you have to start preparing for it right away, right now, with the lectures. Just like the today's mock test, imagine 20 such mock tests. Imagine so many discussions of all the chapters, physics, chemistry, maths. Imagine assignments, 60 plus assignments. Look at this, 69 interactive classes, 20 mock tests, 500 quizzes, live doubt solving with study material, assignments, everything. All of this for just 8,100 rupees. Go ahead, click on this. The course ends just in 3 weeks and you would have saved a lot of money by joining it right now. Start your preparation now. This will be also useful for your first attempt mock test. It can be used for your preparation of the first attempt JEE Mains. Remember that. Multiple options are there. It's up to you how you want to join up over here. Okay, so I want you guys to attempt the mock test as well as join the JEE live crash course. And remember, the mock test link has been also put up in the Telegram as well as in the description box over here in the below. Okay, I hope you guys have done well today, and if you have not done, don't worry, there is another mock test coming up, and we'll also conduct a sure short series, live discussions of all the test papers, and obviously the crash course is always there to help you out for all the chapters that are required. God bless you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay motivated, work hard, sleep well, follow the timetable which I have given you. I'm really hoping my heartbeat is also increasing because your exams are coming very close. Okay, because we have worked on this together for a long time. You have to rock it. There is no option. Okay, don't listen to any rumors. Don't believe what others are saying. Believe in yourself. That's the biggest weapon that you have right now. Whatever time you get, do, even if it is limited, do exactly strategic attack. Don't have to do everything. Exactly do whatever has to be done. Don't do everything. Even with the few things you do, make a plan and crack it. I'll be seeing you very soon. Hasta la vista. This was Captain Shreyas signing off.